St. Joseph and Benton Harbor are small towns on Lake Michigan. They're separated by a river. They're called the Twin Cities, but they look really different. We went to check it out.
In Benton Harbor, 43% of families live below the poverty line. In St. Joseph, it's 6%. And families in St. Joseph earn more than twice as much as their neighbors across the river.
I think there's a perception that St. Joe is superior to Benton Harbor in many, many ways. I think economics now is a large factor. When you drive around the city of St. Joseph and you see the parks that are well maintained, you see well-kept and neat houses, you see thriving business, and then you drive across the bridge, across the river to Benton Harbor, and you see block after block of abandoned housing.
The river is a metaphor for what's happening in the community. It's the visual representation, I want to say cleavage between the two communities, or the gap or the breach between the two communities.
I definitely think that people still think that there's a division between St. Joe and Benton Harbor. St. Joe is predominantly white and Benton Harbor is predominantly black.
But yeah, people definitely, especially not in the situation, have a stigma about Benton Harbor, a very negative one, I think.
But an obvious way to bridge the gap, the kind of social, racial, class gap that's symbolized by the river, would be to put some form of transportation in that would allow people to go back and forth. That has not happened. I can add that it's probably not cost effective to have 2 fire departments, 3 school districts, 2 city halls. It's a small community. The 2 of them together, it's a small community. So it would make economic sense for them to work more closely together, and certainly social sense as well.
St. Joseph needs Benton Harbor. Benton Harbor needs St. Joseph. I think they need each other simply because there are good things in both places.
Residents on both sides acknowledge that there is a divide.
But the people we talk to are hopeful that the gap can be bridged.
You know, I think it's moving towards a connecting factor. I think we're with the arts district, and people are starting to cross the line a little bit, and people are starting to come over and see what Benton Harbor has to offer from the other side.
It's good to meet different people and not to stay boxed in and closed off from a certain city. So I think the bridge connects.
That could also be a way to bring people together, to get to know each other, and that we do have different cultures and we do different things in the different towns. We can still cross over and meet with each other and just become part of each other.